What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. Today I'm going to interview Ken from LMK Reptiles. Unfortunately, I was really busy today, so Ken, I'm extremely sorry. I did not get to do your intro today. It's been a busy day, but I'll make it up to you at some point. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring out Ken. We're hoping to have Shane on here too from Heads and Tails, but I think he's sleeping still. I know he was on the podcast from Hair Down Fridays for quite a while last night. So he may come, in later. So what's up, Ken? How you doing, man?
We're doing all right. How about yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. So how did you get into this hobby and stuff in this business?
Well, it's probably about a year ago. My daughter showed me these egg cutting videos and it blew my mind. So she got into buying one, and then I bought the next 19 or 20. So here I am with 20 snakes, and we're digging it.
Hell yeah! So you say you got about 20 then?
Yeah, right now I have 20. With the one I won last night, it's 20.
So why don't you tell everybody what you won from Tiki's podcast?
I won a Super Pastel 100% Het Sunset Het Clown from Windy City Morphs last night, and I'm stoked.
It was a male, correct?
What's that?
It was a male, correct?
Yeah, it was a male. You're getting low again for some reason.
Am I? My volume's getting low. I think it's your phone, bro.
I don't know. I guess I'll just sit closer so I could hear you. I could kind of hear you.
Yeah. So what are your plans like? What are snakes you have in your collection, Ken?
I didn't start out like most normal people. I started out with a lot of recessive and double recessive.
Oh, okay.
I have female triple het clown pied lab. So holy grails. I mean, there's going to be a 1 in 256 chance that I hit it. I'm hoping to hit some doubles, like double recessives, and help that project. I also have like a clown lav spot nose female double het, and a male to go with her that's triple het. So I don't know. I got a lot of double hets. Ultra male clown, I'll be having a clutch or two of them. Clown hypos, and maybe sunset clowns now. So like all my projects are going to be either a single recessive going into a double or already a double.
Oh, that's awesome.
Maybe
man.
a triple.
Hell yeah. So what do you think that your end goal is going to be with everything? Do you plan on expanding more?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to expand codoms. I kind of did it a little backwards. Like I don't have many codoms into like the double and triple recessive. So I'm going to have to add codoms. But one of the beginning snakes that I started out buying snakes to hit is a super gravel ultra male clown.
Okay.
It's just one right from the get-go. I said that would be cool to hit. And I could probably hit it around year 2, or if I get lucky with my year 1 hits, or year 3 or 4.
That's pretty exciting, man. That's awesome. So real quick,
yeah,
I'm gonna show you guys something here. So if you guys ever wondered what a pre-ovulation type looks like, I did have one of those today. So if you guys look, you guys can kind of see the tail suck starting to go on this girl. She hasn't ovulated yet, but for those of you that want to see what tail suck looks like, that's not too familiar with it, this is the start of it. You can kind of see how her stomach's kind of going in, and just give you guys an idea with that. And also, real quick, we do have our flyer real quick for the 500 subscriber giveaway, you guys. So here is that. So you guys know what's going on with that. Thank you to all the sponsors. If anyone else wants to sponsor or throw down a donation, you are more than welcome to. So there's the 500 subscriber giveaway for 419 Morphs. So you get your hearing figured out, Ken?
I'm trying to figure it out. I had a call earlier and it was going good, and now I don't know. Everything's turned up.
Do you want to come back? Want me to kick you out again and you come back in like we did last time? We'll do that. I'm going to kick him real quick. He's going to come back in. All right. So we gotta wait for him to come back in. So if you guys have any questions for Ken too, don't feel free to put them in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to ask Ken away his questions, guys. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm gonna be dropping a rat video here sometime, probably today, tonight. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Honestly, I was in the rat room, so watch out for that video. I ended up buying a whole bunch of rats today, so that's why I was kind of busy. I had to take care of them, take care of the collection. I fed them a day early. It's just been a really busy day, you guys. So he should be coming back, guys. I don't know. Hopefully he does. Oh, okay. I got some. Hit me up on Instagram at LKB. I'll shoot me your address and stuff. I'll shoot you some stickers too, as well as there's something else I was going to say that reminded me of that with the stickers. Ken's not in here right now. I feed weekly, but Ken's back. I feed weekly, but I also feed my male snakes smalls. I do that so that way they don't get really fat on me and lazy. I know Carr had that problem.
Yes, I can hear you. Perfect now.
Can you hear me now? Cool. All right, we don't gotta see you like this no more. I gotta see your ears.
Yeah, that ain't cool, man. Come on.
All right. So I did have a question. 905 Royals asked, do you feed weekly or bi-weekly, man?
I feed weekly. I just I seen people going on about, rat size is important. And I'm new, so I decided to start weighing my rats. And here I was given a little bit big, not like crazy big, like my snakes that are like 1,500 grams, my breeding ready females, they was getting like 120 to 140 gram rat, which isn't bad. Where I was overfeeding is my smaller snakes were getting like a 40 to a 50 gram rat.
Okay.
So I'm doing every weekly, but I don't force it. Like there's some that miss here and there. Yep. Like this week I had 7 snakes that didn't eat, but I'm not going to worry about it because they get a little bit bigger meals during the week. And I tell you what, my snakes have grown. They was at like 800 grams in December, and now I have females that are like right at 1,500 grams, like in a little over 2 months, and that's weekly feeding.
Right.
Crazy. They want food.
I had that same thing too. Like I'll go feed some are stubborn, some aren't. Like the zebra, I got the zebra. Obviously, like she just pounds food, man. Like she's ridiculous. I've had her now for a year, and she'll be ready to go by the fall. She's already at 1,100 grams, guys. She does not miss a meal. She is monstrous. She's just a savage. So I mean, you have things like that.
I just got a spider that's a pastel spider, het clown, paws het G stripe, paws het hypo, paws het orange ghost from Celtic Balls when they had a giveaway. Oh, and feeding that snake the last month, that little thing is vicious. I got it in at about 350 grams. And I tell you what, he bites right here. He strikes right here. Like, no problem. Every single rat, he gets them up underneath so they can't even begin to bite him. He's like my best eating snake now because he thrashes them.
For sure, man. What do you use for racks and stuff? What do you keep them in? Do you have like Freedom Breeder? Do you use PVC?
I built my own racks.
Okay, so you built your own. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the way to save some money, guys. There you go. What other like tips do you like? So did you do the same with the incubator too? Did you build your own incubator? Yeah,
I kind of built my own incubator. It's almost up and running right now. Just waiting on a few things to come here, but I'm there. There's this junkyard that there's one of them coolers sitting there with the glass door just sitting there, but I don't want to go take it. And no one's ever at this junkyard. I'm sure I could just drive up and throw it in the back of a vehicle and nobody will miss it. But I have a stand-up freezer right now that I'm turning into it. And if I ever get a hold of someone, I will have a glass door one because it's just sitting there and nobody's ever there. But
right,
I just got to find out the right people to talk to. I'm out asking questions, but I haven't got successful yet.
Live and you learn, right?
Yeah.
Live and you learn in this industry. People help each other, and we're here to help each other, and that's what's so great about the reptile industry, honestly, and everybody. I mean, we all just come together, and if you have questions, more likely people are going to ask for you, or ask or have an answer for you, or we'll find someone that does know the answer for you.
Right.
905 Royals has a question for you. Says, do you shred newsprint before adding it to your bins?
I use paper, but I don't like. I got 3 boxes of like printer paper, so it's just white paper that's used for like a copier that I use. Like a person that I know, he owns a cigar shop, and
Yeah.
he got a bunch of it in it. It was too big for his printer, so he just gave them away. And I was like, I'll take them. I'll use it for substrate, like free substrate. So I just use a white sheet of paper.
So that's what you use then. So you use like a newspaper type thing.
It's paper. It's a little bit thicker than newspaper. It's just like the paper you use for a printer.
Huh? I never even heard of that.
Spray it down, and it's fine.
Huh. I mean, if it works, it works, right? If it's not broken,
I have 3 steaks that have hard sheds that I have to soak. I don't know if it's something to do with them or not, but 3 out of 19 or 20 when I get it. I don't know if it's going to be a problem, but 3 out of 19 right now. I don't think it's too bad, so I'm doing something right in my book.
Yeah, for sure. You have to. I mean, you got to be doing something. What's your most underrated double recessive?
The underrated Hypo Clown, I'd say.
I love. Yes. Now we're talking.
See, it's making a comeback. I feel when I first started last year, Hypo was looked down on, and I even looked down on it when I first started. I was like, I don't even want to look at a Hypo. But now it's just like, I'll take Hypo Clowns. Come on.
Shane,
I'll
what's up? I see you're awake. I sent you the invite on
What up, Shane?
your Instagram, bro. There's a stream on your Instagram, dude. To come in here. Hopefully we get Shane in here real quick too. So I see he's alive. So we should
Shane's a cool cat. He's my brother.
Yeah, so I have a lot of Hypo, like a lot. So I have my collections Hypo, man. Like I love Hypo. I always been into it. When I first started into this, I was like, one of my very first purchases was a Super GHI Hypo grow is breeding now. And welcome, Shane. What's up? Hey, he's alive.
Yeah. It was a rough one, man.
What's up, man? How are you doing?
Pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I've been up for a little bit, but then, got crazy.
Oh,
man.
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy night yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
All right, Rakim. She said it's a Hypo over DG. All right, I'm gonna one up this one here because I love my Hypo. I love my DG. What about if we combine it?
Yes, that's me. Hypo DG.
So Hypo DG stuff, because I know that kind of new to the channel a little bit.
That's what I'm talking about. Hypo DG.
Combine it.
Oh, yeah.
Leopard. You can kind of do the Leopard Hypo DG boy.
Oh,
I thought that was a clown for a second. I was like, dang, his pattern, it almost looks clown until I seen his head.
Hypo DG.
I got a set of NG double het Hypo DGs coming from FNA, a male and a female.
Or you can do the NG chocolate Hypo DG.
I like me some chocolate.
So chocolate goes very well in it, actually. It's gorgeous. So she's growing pretty nice, you guys. So
have you seen them super chocolate clowns on North Market? Oh my God.
Yes. She says, it's okay. That's funny. Sorry, everyone has their preference. It's all good.
All right.
Yeah, I will say with the DG stuff, I would say that probably the white lays probably with age looks better than DG. Almost, like it's close.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that?
Yeah, definitely. We spend a lot of time searching Morph Market.
Yeah.
Sure do.
Yeah.
He said, okay, raffle that off. No, we're not raffling that off. Get out of here. That's funny. No.
Yeah.
So
that's a big no.
Yeah, that's a big no. So Ken told me, Shane, that you guys do a lot together as well. You guys want to explain that for us?
Yeah, for sure. So I had started briefly before Ken. I was really getting into the ball pythons and buying a few, and I was like, man, I want to like share this, and I decided to do a giveaway, and I didn't even have a snake to give away. I had to go and buy a snake to do the giveaway.
Really?
But Ken ended up one of the people that had joined. And, you know, like I was like, hey man, you know, it's random, but I'm hoping for you because him and I are talking a lot and everything. He did not win. He did not win.
Damn.
He did not rig it. He did not rig it.
Nope, it was some random guy that won that I still never seen him. Like, I asked him, like,
Nice
hey, man, can you
95.
send me a picture?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Your son is a cool dude.
And yeah, no picture, nothing. So I was like,
No,
damn.
you guys rigged it.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Like, dude, man, I wanted him to, like, you know, like show off the snake, like, hey, I'm happy I got this snake from you, thanks, or something, you know, and he was just like, yep, I got it. I was like, oh,
Yep.
all right.
Right.
All right.
What do you work with, Shane? How many snakes do you have, and what do you work with, man?
Well, I have 18 snakes, 17 ball pythons. The ball pythons, I have a mixture. It's a pretty wide range of genes. I have some clown stuff, piebald, exanthic. I'm working on like some puzzle stuff. I have a little bit of hypo. I have albino. Some DG stuff, maybe. I don't actually know on the DG yet. I gotta wait until they, you know, make something to find out if they were or not. But acid, Codon's acid, spot nose, yellow belly, red stripe, orange dream, Enchi, black pastel.
So you got some. What kind of acid stuff do you got?
My acid girl is just she's a acid pastel pinstripe, but as soon as she gets up to size, I'm putting her to my spot nose. That way, hopefully I can get some pretty cool hets out of it, and then breed them back to one of my other clowns and get even more. Yeah, right. I'm probably going acid clown to start off with. I mean, in the end, the idea is for us to be able to get like quadruple recessives,
for sure,
but still have like specific codons in them. To try to get all those codons built up in them, I gotta build the codons in the visual first, then make my double hats, and you know, it's a slow process there.
It's a process, man.
Absolutely.
The acid and the pen actually work pretty crazy together. I do like it.
Yeah.
I don't like the acid with the Enchi gene in it. It just reduces it too much at all.
Yeah.
So with the spot nose, with the spot nose and acid, is really freaking cool. It's like you need those, you know, pattern changers in the acid gene. You don't want to so much reduce the acid gene. So, you know, like
absolutely. So the plan there with that one is, the original plan is to get a acid yellow belly spot nose clown, you know, and hopefully get the pinstripe out of it. If I don't, I'm not against having pin clowns either.
Pinstripe actually looks good in clown though.
Yeah. So I was like, you know, I'm not against pinstripe at all. Right. Actually, a lot of the time I'm trying to hype it up, but
for sure.
You know, it's definitely not one that people are like super excited about. So the cool thing is that like, because Ken and I from that giveaway, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna say your friend, and I was like, all right, we'll see. And then afterwards, you know, like he didn't win, and he was still my friend. So now, like, you know, while building his collection, he kept my collection in his mind, so that we have stuff to work with each other. Because he's already working a bunch of double hets, he's got some triple het stuff. But I got a lot of the snakes that have like codon combos in them and stuff. So we're gonna, you know, hopefully we can
do some projects together. For sure.
Yeah. So like for example, I have a yellow belly hypo het ultramel male, and he has a bamboo
black pastel.
Black pastel. That was it. Ultramel. So we're gonna get that one, and it'll be het for hypo, but hopefully we get some visual ultramels that are het for hypo to be able to, you know, do that. And then we got the double right there. We can move that project forward with trying to introduce the double visual to another double visual from a different side.
Oh yeah.
However, we're hoping the bamboo doesn't stick in the Ultramel
We want to
hypo.
get it more.
Yeah, we're hoping black pastel for sure. Yellow belly, heck yeah. The bamboo, we're like, all right.
I got gravel in Ultramel too.
That's funny that you said that. Like, I actually have my super and she had Ultramel girl. Like, she's monstrous right now. She's getting ready to probably, I don't know, she's pretty big. And she's been paired to the black pastel bamboo het Ultramel boy.
Nice.
So, yeah, so we're gonna see like the black pastel and the Enchi.
Hey.
Obviously, the Enchi's it's gonna be a must because it's a super.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind hitting the bamboo, a bamboo black pastel.
You want to see what that looks like?
Yeah,
It's not too pleasing. I'll go get it.
I've seen them on Morph Market and
So
stuff.
the bamboo black pastel Ultramel.
Yeah,
All right, so she's getting a little better as she gets older.
yeah.
But not impressive.
No,
We're not. Yeah, neither of us are super impressed with it. Well,
If
we'll
I-
see. You might love it. You might love it. You never know.
I've seen the bamboo Ultramel, but this is like when I was getting into it and stuff. Like Ultramel was like you couldn't find it. You know what I mean? Like you were going head to head with it pretty much when I first started. So real quick too, find it here. I gotta scroll up. Thoughts on the Bangjin LKB? I'm actually gonna have Gavin back on the podcast the 11th as well with Jeremy, Carr, and myself. So that will be happening on the 11th. So we'll be showing off some Bangjin because actually Gavin will be in his snake room then. I like the Bangjin. We're gonna see where it goes. It could take over OD at some point, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. So let's check this out real quick, Ken.
I can.
I'm sure. Yeah. Not what is that? A bamboo? Is that the black pastel in it too?
Yeah, bamboo black pastel Ultramel.
Huh. Not bad.
No, it's not bad.
Not bad, but not impressive.
She's in
Like we
shed
had
right now, so
you know?
she don't. The colors aren't great.
Yeah, I say she's
They're
really
better.
She's really subtile.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess it also just kind of depends. You got your polymorphism, you got your quality of your genes at play too. I mean, there's
That's true. That's
just
true.
a lot of factors to
Mhm.
play into morphs and genes and stuff like that because it's like you got your polymorphic like I've seen it. I'm sure you guys have seen them. You guys go hatching clutches out and stuff like this baby's a whatever single gene or multi gene, and so is this baby, but this baby looks way more better. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I got her from Kyle Hoffman from Royal Ambassador Reptiles.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I got her from a good breeder. Like I don't got no snakes from just like some Joe Smo. I bought from better breeders.
Sure.
I looked into them a little bit before I bought.
I got.
I'm gonna go
snakes
put her back.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah,
It's
Kyle's a
real
funny
cool out
dude. I talked to Kyle at Tinley a couple of years ago, and Kyle's a funny dude. He cracks me up. Not sure if I just don't like it or if it just reminds me of Hardwick too much. Yeah, well, I mean, I see where you're coming from, bro. Is Bamboo hater or is it the guy who owns Bobby that turned people off on the bamboo gene? It's probably a little bit of both. 905, honestly. What's up, freaking Mike? He was on the podcast not too long ago.
All right.
He used to be one of his favorites. He used to be one of my favorites too. It's a bamboo. You don't really see a lot with it, but it could be because of Hardwick as well. I mean, he pounds bamboo. I mean, it's nice, it's interesting, but I just feel that people just kind of shun away from it because it's kind of like pin and stuff like that, just so overpowering. You only do so much with it. You know what I mean?
Right. All right. So
I've seen a couple bamboo Ultramels that look good, but the black pastel kind of washes it out. So bamboo Ultramel, I feel it's got more room to work with than the black pastel bamboo Ultramel.
Right. Like I said, it could be just one of those ones that depending on what I hit, and if I can get a black pastel Ultramel, I'm gonna. Well, I mean, I was just gonna have Enchi in it too because I got a super Enchi going to it. I'm gonna keep it, and I don't know. We'll see where the Ultramel. I might get out of the Ultramel project. I might just stick with the DG hypo stuff. We'll see. I'm unsure yet because at that time I was like, I was building a collection. I was like, I'm here, I'm there, I'm over here, I'm over there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't really
Yeah.
have like a focused. I mean, I did, but I didn't. So, so what kind of other projects are you guys hoping to work for?
Man, we sit on a
We got a
nightly
lot.
and ponder these things and have so many different ones that it's like we don't even know what we're talking about. And all right, so
Your
kinda
mind just
should I
starts.
do it?
Your mind just starts going wild. Like, I can make this. I can make that. I can pair
Yeah.
these with these. I got 6 years. Like, yeah, I know how you
By
feel,
year
man.
5, the stuff we're going to be producing is like going to be good. They're going to be crazy. Like with what we have together, it's going to be pretty nuts.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think.
But I also do have VPI Lav. I have a Lav Het VPI male and a VPI Het Lav female that I think is way underutilized as well, because people seem like a white snake come out and they quit. Well,
Right.
there's going to be a gene that fights through that white, like in the ivory with leopard, and it just hasn't been found yet. So
You just
I
don't
want to
know.
find something that breaks through and puts pattern on the VPI snow.
Oh yeah, for sure. The black Xanthic is badass, Ricky. It's not worked with a lot. I know Justin did that one clutch with it. Canova did.
Black
I
Xanthic is
like
badass.
it. But I haven't seen too much of it, man.
Right.
Shane?
Sorry, man. My lady was like getting out. She almost fell.
Jeez. You just hear this big thump, like, whoa.
Like, no, she was like coming towards me, and like I was like, like,
That's funny.
yeah, like knock over the whole thing. I was, you all right? But nah.
Will thinks the black Xanthic is maybe the same as the dark face TSK line.
Man,
You might
there's
be right.
and that's the thing is, dude, I don't know either way. All I can say is there's a lot of lines of Xanthic, and
Yeah.
a few of them look pretty dang similar. So I don't know. I love Xanthic. I definitely. Well, first snake I was trying to go for was a Xanthic Pied. That was
Okay.
like the original two that I was like, all right, I will make something. It was Xanthic Pied. And then I've like grown kind of away from that now to where I'm actually like, I kind of want to go Xanthic, hypo, clown stuff, maybe Xanthic puzzle, or well, Xanthic cinnamon puzzle, because I like how cinnamon affects puzzle.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I'm not a big cinnamon fan in general. I'm just not. I'm more of a
and I wasn't either.
pastel type guy.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. I'm more of a
Yep.
blackhead mahogany type guy over at Black Pastel even.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing is, it's kind of like I have turned from like I just like specify on a specific gene combo. Like if something looks good together, I'm like, okay, what can I work with this? You know, like how
Right.
can I
What
do
can I
this
add
or
to it
that?
to make it even better?
Yeah, so if I see somebody that does something that's like, ooh, that is nice. And with puzzle, there's a few things out there that make puzzles look pretty cool, but for the most part, puzzle it doesn't seem like it's
Strong
I don't know.
receptive.
And,
yeah, it's like it's not
and with
something
that-
that really changes so much, you know.
And with that being said, Shane, you're off the podcast for ditching puzzle. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought you really booted him. Oh, whoa.
Shane.
Nah, because hey,
That was
I
a good
got
one.
puzzles.
That
I
was
love
a good one, Glenn.
I'm not gonna lie. I do love puzzles, but like with the genes that I have in my puzzles, I'm like, man, I'm making snakes. I don't even really, you know, like that's not even what I really wanted to make out of it. You know, I feel like that's what happened with people when they made albino clowns too. They
So-
made something that they thought was going to be awesome, and it turned out not that great. And it was like, dang.
So
You know?
everyone loves that. So it honestly depends on the quality of the puzzle, man. I've seen this time and time before.
Yeah.
I've said it on many podcasts. I mean, you got crappy puzzles out there, and you got some really good, quality
Yeah.
puzzles out there, and your
Absolutely.
quality visual puzzle is going to transfer over into your heads and anything like that. Zebra over puzzle for me is what you say. I mean, I got a zebra too, Ricky. I mean, I got both, man. I'd take zebra over puzzle for sure, 100%. But I know Car hates puzzle. Car's never going to be on the podcast either again. So.
No, so honestly, though, I think the trick with puzzle is to get cinnamon in it. If you look at a cinnamon puzzle, it's like it's really doing really cool stuff to where it's like genie smoke in the pattern. And I think that there's something to be done there. I don't know what it is, but there's going to be a really big snake to come out of cinnamon puzzle for sure.
Right. I mean, it does look good, and I'm just not a big. Hang on. Ricky wanted to see the zebra. Unfortunately, I'll show you to her, Ricky, but unfortunately, she isn't shed like hard, of course. But
what up, Ricky G? Car, Semper Fidelis, Will 905.
But the zebra, I mean, she's in shed. But wait till she sheds out. So give her probably about next podcast or so. I'll show her again when she sheds out. That's just a single gene zebra, though. You can see the blacks.
See, I like zebra, but it's just a bit much for me. I mean, them things are like 15 grand. I mean, even if I had 15 grand right now, I would think of more ways to spend it than a puzzle or a zebra. I mean.
All right. So with that being said, actually, Ricky, it almost looks entchy. It's not. She's in shed.
Right.
So she's really bright. She's gotten better with age. If I show you a picture of her when she was a baby to now when she gets done shedding, you'd be mind blown. I promise you that.
Nice.
I'll shoot me a message on Instagram, Ricky, and I'll shoot you a picture of when she was a baby when I first got her compared to now. And with the zebra, thing as well, with saying that you don't want to spend $12,000-$13,000, it's an investment as well. You got to think of like what's going to happen when Canova sits there and brings out that zebra combo. Everyone's going to want it. You know what I mean?
And you're going to have it.
Yeah, I already have it. I already have it proven. Yeah. I'm gonna have triple heads sitting there all day.
Yeah,
she's going. I'm gonna make triple heads off of her. But so I'm already ahead of the game with that. I mean, and most of you guys know, I sold my sports car for that snake, so I like the zebra that much.
Wow,
so
that's a commitment.
Yeah, so I mean, I did end up selling the Challenger. Took the equity out of that car, sold it, and turned around and bought got into the zebra project. I didn't want pastel in it. I mean, pastel does look good, but I mean, I've seen them as adults now, and I don't think they look as good for me. So that's why I just went with this single gene zebra so I can work what I want to into it.
No, that's better. In my mind, that's better. If there's a specific direction you're trying to go, don't get a snake that has other stuff in it that you're not going to want in it, because you might end up with snakes that have all of that stuff in it every time, and you're like, dang it, I just feel like bad luck will come for you when you think that like, I'll get that pastel out of there. Heck no, that pastel gonna invade everything.
That's what happened to Car. Car was like, I hope I don't hit pastel on my clowns. Every single clown's a pastel. He's like, dang it. It was so funny. I even told him that too. I'm like, dude, you're gonna pass on everything. And he did.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I can't stay away from pastel. I keep winning it.
Yeah. How many pastels have you won, man?
What's that?
How many pastels have you won?
2.
2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got
that Bumblebee. That Bumblebee one that's Het Clown and Posset a bunch, and then now this one's super pastel. It ain't even pastel. This one's super.
Yeah.
So,
man, between my lady and I, we won 3 snakes last night, and Ken won 1 too.
That's what's up. Man, I wish I wasn't on. I missed that podcast. I usually go busy on Fridays and stuff. Like, I try to tune into other people's podcasts when I can. Like, it's so hard. I know Will's Will's a big podcast whore. Like he's on everyone's podcast.
Self-acclaimed.
So yeah, I'm getting, what was that one, Ken? It was Bell, Het Hypo, Het 66% Het Pied or Het Clown?
It's a Bell, Het Hypo, Het Clown. And then the Butter, Het Candino.
It was
Or
late.
lesser.
I don't remember.
One or the other.
I was like, yeah, I'm winning, you know, like just losing my mind. But hey, I got a question for you with all right, so I'm gonna do the thing, Ken. We think that we figured out a way to make an albino clown look way better than it does.
Okay.
Add butter.
Add
Or
butter.
less.
Or
Yeah,
less.
butter or less.
One gene. Yep.
Do you have an example of such?
Yeah, actually, and you guys can check out my late night snake bites because we do this all the time talking about it actually. But yeah, I can. Well, I'm not on the laptop, so I can't share my screen. But yeah, if you go on Morph Market, you can see a black pastel albino. Right? Everybody knows what a black pastel albino is. Very simple to identify.
Right.
If you see a black pastel butter albino, it flips the colors.
Really?
Yeah.
So does it add,
So instead of having a yellow snake with a white dorsal in the clown, you'll have a yellow dorsal with a white snake, which I think whenever the original person that was making the albino clown, I think that's what they were hoping they were going to get. And then they kind of got the opposite and was like, dang, you know?
right. Now does it do the same effect to the labs?
I believe so. We had, remember, because we were looking at lab albinos too, and it was
But it
tougher
put
to
orange
tell
in it.
because lab albinos aren't as easy to see, like the differences in. But
But it put
I
yellows
believe
and
it was.
oranges in it. The butter did add color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was, well, and it was, no, that was the black pastel that was adding the color, Ken. We got to go and look more. But I am pretty sure we were thinking that all of the albinos are going to react the same way. That's what we're thinking. Is all the
See, I might
albinos
have been
will
to
react.
bed at that time. I don't till
I can
8
actually,
o'clock in the morning.
hold on. Let me.
I wonder what would happen if you added chocolate to it.
We'll see, and that's the. I don't know.
You know what I mean? Because like sometimes chocolate and stuff like you get with the colors and stuff. I mean, it depends on your combos and stuff, but your albinos and your labs. I almost wonder if the chocolate and the labs or whatever bring in more purples in time.
Well, and I think that darker genes in general are
We'll bring the
really
purple
good for
in.
albino.
Right.
Any kind of albino. It's like, yeah, that makes it look badass. But if we could somehow flip this, I'm trying to look this up real quick, guys.
No, you're
Sorry,
good.
my laptop's slow as shit. It's gonna take. But yeah, I think that we're onto something here. I think we hit that thing that's gonna make albino cool again. You know, like
I know Carr has a albino clown Enchi up on his Morph Market for sale right now. I know that.
I have not seen any albino clown butters. There is no albino clown butters or lessers. Lavender albino lessers. Clowns.
I guess we didn't check
None of
candy or Tino or caramel or anything like that. But
Right.
Find anything that was butter, clown, and a type of albino together. So there's no proof of what we're thinking, but
we're speculating this.
yeah, this is speculation. But if you look at an albino black pastel, the alien heads are orange. You look at an albino black pastel butter, and the alien heads are white,
So that's your
and the
difference
rest of
there.
the snake is the opposite color.
And 905 Shane dropping confidential information.
I'm sorry, 905. I know, man. I'm trying to spread it, dude. I don't care. We got that
Spread
shit
it.
going. Tamara be getting mad at me about it too. I've been telling everybody all the secrets.
Hey guys,
We're open books. We ain't gonna hide nothing. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna hide
that's
nothing
what
from
I'm
no one. If I
saying.
find it out, I'm putting it out there immediately.
oh yeah, I'm not hiding nothing. That was the point of doing the channel and stuff like that. Like, I ain't hiding
That's
nothing.
what I'm saying. I'm like, it's not a secret. They're gonna figure it out. And I'm like, I would rather it be popular by the time I make the thing, so that way I can get more
Okay,
for it
it's
instead of
not
trying to. You know, I don't want to be the guy
Market it.
building it up like whenever it's already created. Like once I create it, I'm gonna have it for like a year trying to hype people up on how good it looks. Instead, I'm starting now. By the time I make it, everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah, that's fire."
All right, that's dope, Zach. That's dope. I have a blackhead, black pastel Mojave, double head round hypo coming. That's dope. I like that.
I have a black pastel or mahogany. I don't know which one it is. It's one or the other. Mojave het hypo het clown female.
So it's double head too.
Zach, did you win that last night?
No, that's the one I bought off of.
I said Zach. I was saying Zach. Because
sorry.
Did you win that? Dude, they were giving away so much stuff, man. It's all a blur at this point. Like,
I could tell you
like
spent half the day sleeping. You were all late and stuff to the podcast. But I see you're like, hey, I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be on this. You're supposed to be on this podcast right now, and on the chats.
Dude, and the thing was I literally, as soon as I got the message, I was like, oh shit, that podcast, and I jumped on, boom, 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 you know. But like, it didn't even show it to me until like, I don't know, I think it was 5:13 or something. I was like, dang.
Yeah. Ken said
he wasn't that late.
Ken said you're on there late.
No, just now.
So
I am never late.
I said you was on your podcast, like the afters party, till late in the morning.
I was on real late. Oh, I got you. My bad.
Yeah. Do you guys have breeding right now? You guys have any breeding right now or pairing up?
Yeah,
I have what, 6 locks?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Well, three breeders. I have a bunch of locks. I just have 3 sets of pairings.
What's here the secret? I mean, what you got breeding?
Oh, breeding right now?
Yes. Where are your locks? Like I got 6 locks.
It's a spot nose clown male to a pastel inchy butter leopard het clown female.
Pastel leopard butter het clown.
Inchy.
Oh, inchy.
No. Yeah, pastel inchy butter leopard het clown. Yeah.
Hopefully you miss on the pastel.
Yeah. Don't jinx me. Don't jinx me.
Because I'm bad. Hey, give all freaking change.
Right?
Pastel for days.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, it was funny. It was funny because me and Kai were talking the one day and stuff. Like it was when Justin dropped that "All I Want for Christmas is Pastel" video, right? Mm-hmm. And then he freaking the next day, like when he did his morph market, because he updates it every Friday or whatever. He had a whole bunch of pastels for sale. Like, that's good marketing.
Hey, and I knew it was going to like boost up pastels. So I was like trying to hype Ken up on it and stuff. I was like, yeah, Ken, look at these pastels. I knew you hated it, but I
didn't fall for it.
It has its place. Yes,
it has its place, yeah, but not in clown. It don't belong in clown.
No, not one bit. That's why like all my comments and stuff, like I'm not even interested. Like if there's a head there that has pastel, it's a head clown. Nope. I know I'm gonna hit on pastel on everything. My luck.
There is some like what was it, Ken? Was it acid and pastel clown?
Well, it was a confusion. It was the acid confusion clown to where it made the whole head yellow to where it didn't look too bad.
Well, and then it freaking took the dots and it stretched them like all across. Oh, bro. Yeah, so yeah, it took a bunch of dots and stretched them across the head, and that's basically
it's a pretty wicked looking snake.
Is it
pastel clown look? So
what's your most let's say because I mean you're already doing this pairings now, so let's say next fall or this fall. Let's just say this fall. What's your most anticipated pairing that you're going to be doing?
Oh, so like our next set
that may not be ready yet, but we'll be ready in the fall. Let's put it that way.
I got 2 I'm hyped for actually.
Yeah.
So I have a black pastel het exanthic het pied female going to a pied het exanthic male. So that's cool. That's going right to the double visual, and hopefully I get black pastel in there as well. And then I also have the that pastel or the pastel acid pinstripe is going to be big enough to go to the spot nose clown. I might put it to a different clown, but we'll see. I think probably spot nose clown, just to get spot nose in there with it right away, and you know.
Why didn't you just go buy an acid clown?
Why?
Yeah, you should buy it.
Oh,
Increase your odds.
price.
Price. Yeah, they are pretty pricey. I did find.
Well, I got my acid fire or my acid pastel. Oh, it's an acid fire pinstripe. I'm sorry, it wasn't
Not pastel.
Yeah, it was acid fire pinstripe.
Fire. Okay, yeah. So fire and acid is actually really nice.
Yeah. So acid fire pinstripe going to the spot nose clown. The reason I got that was it was $600.
Oh fuck! You can't beat that.
Right. Well, why the hell? You know, I'm not going to go spend $3,000 on you know the visual, and I'm like, it's $600, but I already got the spot nose clown. You know, like.
Is your spot? What's your spot nose? A female?
My spot nose clown is a male.
Oh, it's the male. So the acid pinstripe. What else was in it? Yellow.
Right. Acid fire pinstripe.
That's a female. That's your female. Okay, I got you. Okay, that makes okay. Oh,
so I mean, but still, $600 for a female. I was like, all right.
Oh, yeah. That was like when I went down to the expo today over at Toledo and stuff. Like I wasn't even looking for a snake, but it's just the quality of it and just like the price of it was just there. So I picked up another clown girl. You know, I was just like, it's I was like, I got that red stripe Enchi clown sitting there. That's a boy, and then I got the Cypress red stripe leopard hat clown boy, the backup. So then my females, I got the vanilla clown, which I tried to breed her to the 50% het cryptic boy. That's DG fire, pin, spot nose, all that good stuff to try to prove out the cryptic, but I think she reabsorbed on me. And then I got so and then obviously I got the acid clown too. That's a girl, so we'll see. So I added another female clown because that was one of my goals this year was I need to add to my clown project because I was really lacking on it.
My most anticipated this fall, my blade lace clown should be ready.
Okay, that's nice.
And then I have that leopard clown that's possible Grim. Thinking about pairing them up. If I can get a Grim lace, what in the heck would that look like?
You want to bust that thing out real quick and see what it looks like, Ken?
Which one? The Grim lace?
Yeah.
Or the Grim?
Yeah.
The Grim one or the lace?
Yeah, let's see that one.
All right. Will don't think that it's Grim. I don't think it is either. I'm going to call it Pos Grim, but I'll get the lace and I'll get the Pos Grim one.
Yeah.
I
want to see that. Because I've seen Grim. Like I've looked into Grim, and Grim's kind of like a granite. It's a dark granite type gene kind of. It's really cool. Like you bring that granite in those alien heads and stuff like that. And I want to say Tony from Hardwire was working that project pretty good or whatever with the Grims and stuff, and that's where I saw it at. Yeah, show that non-Grim snake. Will already knows it's not Grim. Freaking Will. So, what's your end game, Shane? Do you have an end game? Are you going to expand here in the next couple of years, or what's your plan?
Oh yeah, dude. The main thing is I'm literally just waiting for me to make some actual snakes before I, full commit on everything. Because I mean,
the best part of this girl is her belly, because that's where the low expression lace shows through.
Yeah,
but it is a low expression. Well, come on, I'm trying to show you, girl.
We got low expression lace done.
But not going to mention any names on this one. She's got small eyes. If you look at her eyes, I'm down.
I can't see her.
They don't want to cooperate at all.
Just grab her head. Oh, that's
no.
Ain't gonna hurt her. There you go.
See, her eyes are kind of small, so he said that he feels that it can mess up the pattern a little bit when that happens. but she's it's
Struggling.
just hard to. This is already hard enough to get. There's some.
Oh,
So do you think that one is lace? I don't know.
From what I see, the low expression lace online, I think there's a really good possibility because they just have them lines, and she has ones up by her neck.
Yeah.
yeah. It could be like I said. That's where your polymorphism and your quality of genes comes at play. Where it makes sometimes I
Yeah, but I paid
Right,
$500
right.
for her, so if she proves out, cool. If not, cool.
right for sure.
Yeah.
But anyhow, but back to your so what was your end game there, Shane, that we were talking about?
With what regards? I'm sorry.
I mean, like, what's
And-
your like? You plan on doing it full time? You plan on having your own facility at some point?
Oh yeah. I think the end game is to. I know it sounds stupid, but to be like Brian Barczyk, and
Right.
have basically private zoo for the most part. Which actually, the funny thing is, I actually live on the back property of a zoo. Like
Oh,
the
do
zoo's
you?
in my backyard, and
I
it's a
would-
private zoo. So
I wouldn't say it's stupid. 'Cause I think that's probably my goal too, is be able to do the reptiles full time, and basically maybe one day have my own facility as well.
yeah, I mean, there's always going to be a gang of doubters. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like hey, they they can say what they want, but I'm gonna still.
Yep, just keep
Go
grinding
for what
away,
I
man.
like. Yep.
So that's your Pos Grim one that you said.
Yeah,
And what else was
and
there?
I didn't think it was
Yeah.
POS until someone just posted a leopard grim clown, and it's similar. This definitely has blade in it as well because it has the dots on his head,
Yeah,
on his eyes. So I don't.
I think Grim would be a little bit darker.
But now this here,
But the
Will
blade
said
was-
that their tails will be like Sharpie black,
Yeah,
and look how that changes there. You kind of see how it gets
I did
black.
see it start to get blacker, like towards.
Yeah,
the
it
end.
gets Sharpie black on his tail. So if that's the case, then maybe it might be. I don't think it is, but it's just something I got to look for when I breed.
right. Yeah, it's
So that's
definitely
exciting.
it's definitely freaking one of those ones that you just don't know until you go prove it. You know what I mean?
Yep. So it's exciting to see if those other genes are in it or not. I guess that's my most anticipated.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Where you gonna breed it to?
I'm thinking about putting these two together, but I don't know. Now that I got that clown, I don't know. There's still a lot of decisions that got to be made. That sunset clown.
might get
What am I
lucky-
going to do with it?
You
I only got
you might
one
get
female
lucky.
clown.
You might get lucky. They might have the DNA test for Sunset then.
Yeah, they might.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of thinking that I got to do before the next time I pair,
Right.
for
For
sure.
For sure.
But I'm gonna put him back.
So what do you think, Shane? What do you think about the so-called, recession?
Oh, I mean, it was good for everybody that needed to sell snakes, right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, I've seen a lot of people lower their prices and stuff. I don't think.
The reason I say that is because in the beginning, people would be like, "Oh man, it's horrible. I'm not selling snakes." Right. But then everybody went on and said, "Hey man, this is a great time to buy snakes because prices are low."
Yes.
And a gang of people have been buying snakes, and they're getting more and more addicted to it. So I mean, it's spreading. So it's a good thing, I think. Every time you see that market drop, it always just comes right back, usually bigger than before. So
Yeah. So 905, but if everyone's buying snakes, where's the recession? So your recession right now, 905, is in your single gene clowns, your less gene quality animals, I guess you can say, because people are just trying to off them and unload them, and they want what up, Prophecy? What up, man? Thanks for tuning in. people just want to like, take those lower gene quality animals and just sell them for cheap. So therefore it's slowly dropping the market down a little bit. I've seen it. You've seen a single gene clown,
which in my opinion is a good thing.
Right. It's not
It
bad
is a good thing.
because it's something that beginner breeders can afford to get into. And now like that's something that they'll work, that they'll buy and they'll breed it. And then eventually they'll up their collection. And when they do that, then now, you're going to sell them the higher dollar things that you're making. So
exactly.
Somewhere, you know what I mean?
Yep. And it makes it easier for people to get into it.
Yes. 100%.
I would say the next thing that needs to happen is racks and thermostats need to start dropping in price.
That's not going to happen.
That's expensive. That's a bit expensive.
So
the thing is it needs to become more affordable. Somebody needs to come up with a more affordable style.
Okay. So
I see a lot of people that are running not very good thermostats and taking chances on all their snakes.
Right.
Because they can't afford the good ones.
Right. And I see that too on websites and stuff like that. People be posting like, is this a good thermostat to use? And they're using like a PetSmart thermostat. Like, or an Amazon one that's maybe like $40-$50. I know money is different for everybody and stuff. But if you're gonna do this, spend the extra $250, get a Herbstat, get a
I don't necessarily. All right. So I agree that the good ones are better, but all of them break. That's the whole point on even the good ones is that when they break, they don't overheat your animals. That's the whole bigger difference on a cheap one to a good one is that they have a resistor in them that when it overheats, it shuts off instead of just keeps heating up.
Right.
Where a lot of the other ones will just keep going forever. So
or you have those
it's a peace of mind thing where I know like a lot of people are stressing every day looking at all their, temperatures and just freaking out constantly. Yeah. And it's like with a good thermostat, that makes it much more enjoyable to be able to do this. You can focus on other things instead of having to constantly be worrying about your temperatures, better racks. Better racks are way better for not just keeping your snakes, but also they are less likely to malfunction.
Right. At the same point in time, though, too, like how hard. I know people. Like we'll just say you're starting off with something, but like, how hard is it for you to go in there and check for 5 minutes real quick your temperatures? I do it.
I do every day.
I check the Freedom Breeder
with my heat gun
because I make sure the probe's still on. Because I had one my first sea serpents rack when I first started getting into this. Oh, that ain't gonna happen to me. That's not gonna happen. And I was breeding a super lemon pastel, super vanilla girl, and it happened to me. The probe fell off. It melted the freaking tub. Luckily she moved to the front. There was no damage to her, thank God. But there was literally a hole in the tub, and I came back from church, and luckily I happened to go in the snake room to go check it because I smelt it when I walked in the door. But I got something burning, and lo and behold, the probe fell off. So now I switched my tape to like what it's taped onto, and I check them all the time now because of that. That could have been really bad.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, if there's a place that the prices do need to drop, it's in the manufacturing of the thermostats, the manufacturing of the rack.
Yeah,
that's where the prices need to drop because being able to get these people into the hobby is cool, except for now they're putting all these snakes in real messed up situations like all the time. Most of them, like a lot of people can't afford a rack or something, they're just using like the most ghetto setup they could find, whatever they could put together. So it's like, because that's where I was at. When I first started, I was doing tubs on tubs, bro. Yep. Just random tubs all over my house. I was like, had to get a rack. So it's like, I feel like that's where the price hurts the most. Everybody, you can usually get your money back out of the snake, but you'll never get money back out of that rack.
No. With that, statement right there is why when I first started into the ball pythons, I went cheaper on the racks because I went the PVC, I went sea serpents. They were still good racks. I wasn't like Ken where I built my own. I didn't have that means to. I didn't have that time working 12s. So I just, wanted to buy something that was good, that was affordable. I went with the sea serpents racks, did that, and then by the time that, you got to think, I had the babies and stuff like that. By the time that they were ready to grow up and move them, I had the Freedom Breeder rack. I bought into that, and I'll continue to still buy sea serpents racks. I'll buy the sea serpent racks for my hatchlings. Why? Because I can get 36 tubs off of sea serpents. That's the one that's right here behind me. That's $900. It was $600, but with the inflation and stuff, they went up a little bit. But they go from $900 now to compared to a Freedom Breeder hatchling one that I'm gonna get still 36 or 40 tubs. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna spend $4,000 on. I'm gonna have to upgrade them to a different tub and they get bigger regardless. I know. I've been down to Justin's facility, Canova's. Yeah, he does the same thing. Like he'll have his hatchlings. He'll have his hatchlings in PVC racks. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just cheaper. And because, like you said,
I use PVC racks as well.
Right, because like what you said or whatever. What are you gonna do? You're gonna spend more. You're gonna get more money in return off of your snakes than your racks. So what more does it invest wise? Like go a little bit cheaper on the racks and go over, your snake purchases at the very beginning until you can upgrade those racks. And
that's one thing that I'll be upgrading first is my racks.
Yeah, I think that the upgraded thermostats and the upgraded rack systems, those are more for like us. That's like, peace of mind, less work, of course I still go in there and check it, but it's not the same as if I was like using one of these. Yeah. Just one little Doomed one or something. But yeah, we're in the rat room, by the way.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
All right, so do you guys share rats then?
No, he's in Texas. I'm in PA. I buy my rats, but I got a really cool rat breeder that hooks me up for pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Okay.
It costs me $40 a week to feed the 20 snakes, or 19 snakes, but I get 20 rats. So $40 a week, $2 a rat, no matter what size, it is a blessing.
Shit, that's $200 for Carr all day. He's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. All I gotta pay for is food and substrate.
That's what I do too. When you start,
but I do. Ken saves. We've added up our cost, and it is not that much different actually overall because I use ReptiChip and he uses paper towels or paper.
Paper.
Yeah. So he's saving on the substrate for the snakes. I'm saving on the actual price of the rats. But
not everyone gets rats as cheap as me. Like, you know what I mean? Not everyone gets that luxury of having someone that just has an abundance of rat and will sell you at $2 a piece.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I'm very thankful for Chris Robinson. He's a breeder up here near State College, PA. He's been doing it for years. He's kind of low key with his stuff, but he's a good dude. He's on Morph Market. I don't know. He's just a good dude.
Mine are the Freedom Breeder 70 Series 905.
Yeah, I have the same. I do my biggest one is honestly the Sea Serpents 70 series is the same as a Freedom Breeder 70 series. It's just the material's different, the bins are different. The 70 is a 70 regardless. So that's where we come into the fact 905 is like, what do you want to spend your money on? Do you want to go on a higher metal type rack that's behind me, or I got the Sea Serpents thing. You can obviously see. Here's a Sea Serpents tub for you guys that want to know. There's a Sea Serpents tub compared to, the Freedom Breeder one.
Freedom Breeder tubs are way better.
Like where you actually have, it's more durable. You got the
water bowl for deli cups.
Yeah, you got the deli cup holder. All that. But if you look. You put on top of each other, it's literally the same size.
Yeah, same size. Just
minus cup holder and dark.
That's it.
Yeah. So yeah, hey, if anybody's in Texas, I got mine from Lone Star Reptile Racks, and those guys they use for their big tubs. They use the Freedom Breeder tubs. So
Oh,
like
do
all mine are actually the Freedom Breeder tubs with the cup holders.
Yeah, you can buy the Freedom Breeder tubs individually.
Yeah, I think they're like 11 or 17. I think they went up to $17 each,
Did
but
they?
I think they were like 11 for a while.
Yeah, I know that you can still build your PVC rack if you want to go buy a Freedom Breeder tub. Like he sells them
Yeah.
individually. They're great.
Yeah. That's the one thing I will say is, hey, it's probably worth it to get that Freedom Breeder tub just because of cleaning. Honestly, cleaning is just so nice with it.
Oh yeah, and honestly, what really makes that rack stand out, 905, if you look, it's actually these trays right here. I can pull these trays out.
Yeah.
You can see them. You got working trays and stuff. I got 2 of them. So
That's cool.
really nice and convenient to do that. So I mean, I love that for that fact. You know,
Hey,
it's an additional
tell me the
option
truth.
on it.
I was like, that was $135 extra, right?
It's $135 extra. It's worth every dime.
Heck yeah. I was trying to build one of those, like, on the website and everything.
Right.
And I was like, man, I don't know. I got too greedy. I couldn't make my rack less than like 6,500. And I was like, I don't want to do it.
Oh, I did. I
I'll
got
be
the
right
bells
back.
and whistles. I got the bells and whistles on that thing, man. I got the.
Yeah.
I went because I was talking to the sales rep on this rack, and I was like, so it was my first one. I didn't really know what to expect. I saw Justin's at his facility, and he goes, "You want the bigger heat tape because it's a bigger tub." So like he's like, "Get the 7-inch heat tape, so it heats up the tubs better." I'm like, "Okay, that makes sense." Got the installation on it. Now I did. I should have got
extra.
Got the trays, but like I didn't like next time I'm not gonna get the probe holders on it. I don't need those, so that was extra money. There's a couple things that I can wean out to make it a little bit cheaper, but for the most part, I love it. I'm gonna get another one here.
Hey, which one did you go with? The 2 or the 4 for the thermostat and like the heat strip or the power strips and stuff?
They got the 2. I got the 2 strip. I run the VE 300 by 2. They got 2 zones on it. But I got 2 big ass heat strips on it, so I can circulate each zone. Yeah, I mean I think that was like another, like you said, I think that was like another $120 or so for those strips.
Yeah,
like those strips are heavy duty though.
Mm-hmm. Heck yeah, they are.
But yeah, a lot of people are saying that
I've seen a few of them, and it's just like when I'm looking at them, I'm like, oh, that's how they made it. Like I'm gonna be over here making it or something. I ain't gonna make it. Like mine is gonna be crooked as shit and made out of cardboard. Like.
Yep. Yeah,
that's easy, James. I could do that.
But my thing is literally the Freedom Breeder. Like when it comes shipped, it comes shipped in levels. And so like when it comes shipped in levels and stuff, like it's all you gotta do is slide your tubs in and just snap in the levels or whatever. I don't gotta build it from scratch and take 12 hours.
Oh damn!
Dude, it really takes 20 minutes. I'm done. Freaking Velcro the heat thing in place or whatever. Velcro those. Freaking set up the thermostat. Done. 20 minutes.
Yeah.
To me, time.
That.
Yeah. To me, time is more important than sitting there and building a 12-hour rack because like my time's valuable, man. I'll pay the extra money for something that's already kind of put together over how to sit there and dick with it for 12 hours. I've heard people like, man, it took me 12 hours to build this thing. Like I work 12 hours. Like I want to go work another 12 hours building a rack.
I don't want to, but I will. I will. I'll spend a week doing that stuff, man. I don't know why. I could probably buy it.
Everyone has their opinion on that and stuff, but it's just not for me. Well,
because here's the thing: when you build something, bro, when it's done and it's working right, you're like, "Hey, I did that.
I made that shit." Yeah.
Yeah.
Now with like I'm gonna be releasing the rat video and stuff, and you can kind of see like how my rat racks are, and those are all homemade. But I bought those pre-made. I actually got them off of somebody. but I need to redo it. I need to rebuild it and stuff. So I'm gonna be working on that. But I'll rebuild the rat racks. Ain't no big deal. But the snake racks, forget it. I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that it also has a part to do with like the culture of it all, to where like, bro, it's nice to know you got the big bad boy behind you, like,
Right.
and it's nice to flex too. We all like to flex a little bit sometimes too, man. You get that big old dude, you shining over there with yours. That's just tall as shit over there.
That thing's tall. It's tall, dude. Like it's literally like.
He's like, yeah, I know, it's tall, dude. He's like, yeah, it's tall, dude.
I literally had to get to stand on a chair to get to the top level. So that way I see where those snakes are. So like when I go feed, I don't get bit in the face. They don't come freaking like jumping out sometimes. Because I can't see it. I can reach it, no problem. Like I'm tall too, but to know like exactly where they're at is a different story.
Right. You're just up there trying to reach it.
It's up there, dude. It's up there. But it's nice, man. I'm gonna get another one here. Hopefully in spring or so. I'm gonna start putting payments down on another one because he does do payments now on them, so that's kind of convenient.
Yeah, that's cool.
For sure.
And that's all right. So one of the things was that another thing with getting those big racks, dude, is it's like 6 to 8 weeks of a wait.
Oh yeah.
And it's like usually you're like, I got snakes coming. Like you gotta get that figured out, You're like,
At the time when I bought this is when everything was backed up. So I bought it and I paid cash for it. It was in December, and I didn't get it until April. It took that long to get it. Now I know his lead times have cut down, so I think he's like 8 weeks or 12 weeks instead of like 28 weeks. So
right.
You know what I mean, it was worth the wait for sure. Like I absolutely love that rack.
Heck yeah. I know if I had one, I'd be telling everybody it's the baddest. I'd be like,
it's a bad man pajamas right here.
And he did, legit, Ken, he did get the bad one though, because he got the 2 power strips on it with the things. Did you get the casters or no casters and the locks?
I don't have the locks on it, but it has the casters on it.
Oh man.
You don't need the locks because honestly, like there's nothing that's going to like slide those in and out at all.
Yeah.
Like it's not it's a waste of money, honestly. Like now
it's flex purposes.
I got the lock one for the sea serpents. Like you can get that option where you can have like a little thing, but half of them broke off during shipping. And honestly, you really the snake's not going to sit there and be able to slide that tub out. In my experience now, like where just
oh no, I meant the locked on the casters.
Oh,
like the locking casters.
Like these.
The wheels on the bottom.
On the bottom.
Yeah, you got wheels on yours or not?
Yeah, I got wheels on. Oh, you mean those?
Yeah.
I got wheels. Yeah, I got the locks on it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I thought you meant like the tub locks. That's what I thought.
No. No, that is a waste of money. You're right. That is a total waste of money. Ain't no snake getting out anyways. Like, unless you got like, I don't know, if you got a really big snake.
Right. Okay. Oh yeah. Then 100%. But I did the 25% ventilation on it too.
How do you like that? I was wondering how much ventilation I should go with.
25% is the minimum that you can. It's like perfect because like 50% is going to be too many holes in it. You're not going to hold humidity very well. I'm in Ohio. So like in the winter and stuff, it's drier. But I also run humidifiers in my living room and stuff like that during the winter to help with sheds. But even then, like when I go in there and I do a fresh substrate change, the humidity holds really good for probably about a week before it starts to dry out. My cocoa husk does. And so like, I say 25% is probably ideal. Honestly, I think 50% is way too much. You're gonna struggle. You're gonna hate it.
Which also answered my next question, which was you use paper cocoa husk. And hey, Ken.
I pay for it. Glenn could have got 2 racks for the same price as that Freedom Breeder rack. It's all right, Will. My breeders are living good. They're living in VIP status.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's right. That's the thing, is they're living good. You're like,
peace of mind. You're paying for peace of mind in a way.
The thing is, once you get one of them big ones, you realize, like, after you get it, you're like, dang, man, this is for like peace of mind. This is for me,
Oh, yeah.
like, you know, and it's nice for me to not have to like fight these damn tubs coming out. Like, come on now. Let's not say that all of our PVC racks are great, because every now and then you got a stuck tub, you're over there fighting it, trying to not get bit, you know,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah.
What do y'all think about the new Freedom Breeder tubs with vent holes? I meant ARS versus. I don't have ARS, Will, so I can't answer that question. Do you guys have? You guys don't have ARS, do you?
Nah, I got
two ARS versus one Freedom Breeder rack for the damn near same cost. Depends on what you get, Will. I priced both of them when I was looking at them. The ARS is a little bit cheaper. It's not much cheaper. To me, I've seen Semperfi's, because he was right down the road from me. I seen, because he has ARS. He likes his ARS. I like my Freedom Breeder. At the time that I bought them, they were the same price, honestly, besides shipping. So that's just my intake on it, because I got the 70s, and the 70 was pushing about the same price as the ARS one. The only difference was I didn't have to put it together. I didn't want to put it together. So
though they said that the tubs are different for the ARS than they are for the Freedom Breeder.
Yeah, the Freedom Breeder tubs are actually more stable and more durable than the ARSs are. That also, I think, factors into the price a little bit. So I will even Semper, even Will said that too. He's like, dude, he was like, your tubs are a little bit better than the ARSs, but he's like, I like my ARS because they're powder coated. Yeah. So,
and that's the thing is, I mean, to each their own. But I personally, I do love the Freedom Breeder tubs for ease of cleaning, because the ARS tubs, it seems like my friend Aaron and Brandy, they have an ARS rack, and they have like, it's tougher for them to clean, like it's more grainy. It feels like, yeah, like a little more grainy, like it gets stuck in there.
Yeah, I'll never, like, just me personally, I'll never probably go get an ARS one. I will always stick to Freedom Breeder from now on. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Everyone else has their personal opinion, but, that's just me. So, real quick, back to you guys real quick in your breeding plans and stuff or whatever. So, are you guys going to do more pairings together? Are you guys going to, expand together? Are you guys going to maybe combine, each other's business together maybe at some point? Or what are you guys thinking?
Well, 5 years from now, I have plans on moving to Texas. I mean, that was even in plans before I even met Shane. So it just worked out that way. I mean, but at first, we're kind of going to work each other, like our own projects. Yeah. And whatever I create that Shane needs, I'm going to send him. What Shane creates that I could use, he's going to send me.
For sure.
Yeah. It's more of, in the beginning, before we actually have like too much or a bunch more going.
Right.
It's more of just gifting each other snakes kind of thing. Like, oh, this is going to boost your collection. That'll boost mine, stuff like that. But yeah, like further on, and it really depends on if, like, for example, say, say mine isn't picking up, like, my name isn't picking up well, or Ken's name isn't picking up well. Well, 5 years in the future, we'll see how that goes, to where he can, either he can be a branch of my company or I can be a branch of his company,
right?
And end up working the same. So, or just merge entirely.
We're kind of faking it until we make it. I mean,
right?
Yeah.
I think me and Carr kind of have that same mentality as you guys do, because Carr has a lot of, he does a lot of that Wookiee stuff. I don't have Wookiee, and
I want Wookiee,
and he has a lot of Wookiee stuff. So I think we're gonna do I wouldn't say a lot, but I would say maybe a couple projects together. And that's why like when I first started doing the podcast and stuff as well, I'm like, hey, dude, like, let's just do these podcasts, let's get out there, let's bring people on, like let's do this. I mean, it's the same mentality and stuff. So like I said, I like that mentality. It's awesome to see that. So people support each other. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what Ken and I were sitting there talking on the phone all the time. And like, we'd be video chatting or whatever. And we're like, man, we need to just do this live. So like, we figured out how to make it live, and we did it,
Yep. Yeah, because I don't know how you like. I talk to Carl every freaking day, whether it's
Yeah,
like it's a great friendship. It's cool. It's more than just snakes and stuff. At some point,
exactly.
That's really cool, man. It's awesome. So
Exactly.
what's your guys' ideal snake collection size?
Bruh, how big can we go?
Is that what you think?
Right? I mean,
As
Ken's
I'm
over here
working
always
here,
limiting himself. I
before I
have
go
no
down
limit.
there, maybe 50 snakes is my max. But once I get down there, sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit once you get down there. Because I was
Yeah.
talking when I did the podcast with Garrett DeMeyer. I think he said he had like 2,000 snakes that he pretty much does by himself, minus a little bit of help. So he said he's like, I'm putting it in. Oh, I think he said I think at that point he was at 80 hours a week, I believe, doing it. So I mean, I personally like. I mean, I get where he's coming from. I do. I would like to, and it would be different, if you're doing that full time. But I also like the Aussie concept too, of breed for yourself first, upgrade your genes, upgrade your collection, sell off your breeders at some point. So you're trying to keep in the snakes on average the same, but you're keeping your gene pool
I got you
as
there,
high
yeah.
as possible. So you're keeping the work down for you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I think my limit. I mean, I can't really say much though, because at one point when I first started doing this, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do this, this is a hobby type thing. I'm not these big crazy combos, and then the more I got into it, I'm like, I'm gonna shoot for these big crazy combos and have a lot of holdbacks. Let's do this. You know what I mean? So things change. I mean, I went from maybe only wanting to have maybe like you said, Ken, maybe like 50 snakes, and now maybe probably having like 500. So that's kind of like where we're at. So
My first original number that I said I was going to stop at was 5. Then 5, it just doubled to 10. And then 10 turned to maybe 12, 13. And then now I'm at 20. So, I mean, who knows where it's going to really stop? I mean,
right. Yeah, I was always, this is my last snake purchase. This is my last.
I've been saying that. It's like I have not bought my last 2, but after I bought my last ones, I was like, I got 4 on hold from F&A that I'm paying for over the winter. I just got to be done and start building infrastructure. I need to start building my infrastructure. And, well, I keep winning snakes, and, like, I don't know. Like, it just keeps happening.
Yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at. I got 2 still on hold from the winter. I have one that's a bigger purchase, like pretty expensive. The other one's kind of a het clown girl, adding more to the het clown. And then after that or whatever, I need to, like you said, invest in the infrastructure. Like I need another rack. I need another hatching rack. I'm going to be like, I'm going to run out of room before I know it.
Yeah, like I'm already out of room right now. Like I'm going to have to go buy something to get this, het sunset het clown in. And like,
right.
Yeah. So I'll figure it out. I always do.
For sure. So real quick again, guys, so I'm about an hour and a half max on this. Is about like what I limit them. If you guys want in on the podcast, message me. Let me know. I think I'm booked out probably until the end of, or not the end, until about the middle of February right now. The 11th is going to be with Gavin. Is going to come back on with Carr, and we'll have Warfuls on Jeremy. So we'll be doing that podcast the 11th. I do believe I do have one scheduled for next week. I don't remember who. I have to go back in my messages and double check. So I'm getting that around. The 500 subscriber giveaway is right here. So we got a pair of Kodam snakes that are het pied from Carr. Got some store credits for Matt Yates and Dark Fired Morphs, and a swag pack from Chaotic Creations, and anyone else that may be donating at that time. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to that channel. So Ken, I appreciate you coming on the podcast. It's been fun.
Thanks for having me.
If you want to come back on, have a bullshit one at some point or whatever, we might be able to do that too. So
anytime you want. I'm down for anytime you want, bud.
Sounds good, man. Well, I hope you had fun, dude. I'm gonna get out of here. So I'm gonna do it for about an hour and a half. So it was fun. Take care. Have a good night. Thank you,
You too,
everyone, for
man.
watching. Throw those likes down for us. I'm going to be dropping a video here within the next probably 48 hours, so be on the lookout for that. Thanks, guys. See ya. We're out.